Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's Charlie Grace with Charlie Grace Ventures here for another amazing Monday for RV Travel Talk Live. Always fun. We're going to be on YouTube and Facebook tonight, and we're going to have lots of comments. We're going to talk about a very hot topic tonight. It's about a Winnebago EKKO, and we're going to have some special guests who also have a Winnebago EKKO, and we're going to talk to them about, some of the stuff that goes on, on the West Coast, because, I'm an East Coast kind of gal. This is really cool. So right now, let's take a look and see who we have in the comments and see who's saying hi, because, we love having our friends here. I've got Stanley McFalls, the Southern comedian. What's up, friends? Thanks so much for being here, as well as Tim and Duke for Time for Exploring. Thanks so much for being here, buddy. Always a good time. Broken Nomad says, you got a new office. We will talk about that in a little bit. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun. But right now, let's just give you guys a little idea. If this is your first time being here, thanks so much for coming out. We appreciate that. Please like and subscribe and share and all that kind of good stuff. We're going to talk about RVs, but tonight is Winnebago EKKO night, and we're going to get all your questions answered. If for some reason you think that we put a smile on your face, you're having a good time, and you want to pay it forward, we appreciate all those super chats because they really do make a difference. And I'll tell you how they make a difference. We have a smile fund. We use all of our super chat money goes to a smile fund to help other members in our travel community in need, such as people who unfortunately lost their rigs or could be in a financial situation. We've been helping out a family in the Tampa area, who unfortunately lost all their possessions and their RV due to the flooding. So we just try to pay it forward as best as we can. So let's take a look and see who else we have in the chat. Oh my gosh, everyone's saying hi to everybody. So cool to see everybody. Let's get going tonight. And without further ado, let's bring up our awesome special guests. Hello, hello, my EKKO friends. How are you?
Excellent. How are you, Charlie?
Nice to see you.
Fantastic. So if you guys don't know who this awesome couple is, I call them the West Coast EKKO people. I'm an East Coast person, but they're pretty cool. This is the EKKOnesters. They're currently in their, what year is your lovely EKKO?
Well, technically a 2025 Sprinter EKKO. Some people call it a Sprecko.
25.
But 2025.
2025. So you guys have a YouTube channel and a Facebook and an Instagram, and you've been documenting your journey and all of your, life regarding the EKKO called EKKOnesters.
Yep.
Yep. EKKOnesters.
How did you come up with that name?
I'll default to Michelle.
Well, we became empty nesters, and we have the EKKO, so we put it together.
So yeah,
this is fun.
Just kind of
so like me, I have a lot of kids. You guys have 3, correct? Do you have 3 boys?
Yeah.
And have any of your boys traveled with you before?
Yeah.
Yeah, off and on, different. Yes.
Oh, they grew up traveling. We used to have an old '06 Sprinter, and so we used to take them everywhere when they were little in that little van. But yeah, our son Sloan now goes to some adventure van shows with us. So yeah, it's our oldest.
Very cool. And it's a thing. I know my kids were like, I want to go. I don't want to go. And I'm on my 4th RV. So I used to say I had a Goldilocks scenario of 3, but now that I'm at 4, I think I have to change my story. So
right. Yeah, no kidding, right?
you get to a point. I think as you move in different stages of life, your needs change. And so, this is one of the reasons why I think the EKKO has been a really amazing package for a lot of people in doing things. So, but let's talk a little bit about that, because I want to know some very specific things of why you decided to get an EKKO, because you've had 2 different EKKOs.
Yes, that's correct. Yep. The Transit and the Sprinter, and currently, obviously, the Sprinter. So why the EKKO? You probably could start with filling in the blank how we've been found this.
Well, it was you fill it in.
All right. So basically, when we were coming out of our 2006 Sprinter, which was a van build out, if you will, I was stuck on the idea that we wanted a van. This was right around post-COVID, if you will. And Michelle stumbled across the Transit EKKO, the first of its kind.
I thought it was so cute.
Yeah, she loved it.
I thought it was
and
perfect.
I think one of the things that I was not, what I wasn't comfortable with originally is I didn't want the Ford. It wasn't because there was anything wrong with Ford. I have other Ford vehicles, but I had my mind I was going Sprinter, if you will, the Mercedes. So then she found it. We went through the channels, if you will, made the purchase, and then just fell in love with the concept, the vehicle. And I actually ended up loving that Ford. I mean, that twin turbo V6, that thing had crazy horsepower, lots of torque. And then we, if you will, got used to everything it could do, its capabilities, did a lot of suspension upgrades.
Well, we just knew we could take it anywhere and be sustained. And the bathroom was a big selling point for me.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Even though you're in the same place as the toilet area, when you close off that wall, as you know, kind of gives you that feeling of you're in a different space without being in the other space.
As you know.
The potty space.
It's a big deal. Bathrooms are a big deal. Absolutely.
Yes. And it feels like a real bathroom, if you will. I mean, there's sink, toilet, shower, space. So, yeah.
And some people, you know, your transition was interesting. So you started with a van, then you went to a Transit, and now you're with a Sprinter. You know, you're going in that direction, which is interesting. Some people are downsizing, you know, and they look at it from a very different perspective as to how this is and how this works. So okay, so we're blaming it on Michelle for getting the EKKO. This is fun. Okay.
Wow, I'm gonna take
I really, I fell in love with it when I saw it.
There you go. Now I will tell you, I drove the Transit the first time. I did actually. I drove one last June. I think. Last June. And I drove with Bob from Winnebago. And I told him very seriously, I said, I don't think I could ever go in a B+ or C ever again. And he said, why? I said, because I can't stand the noise. I was so used to a van that was nice and cushy and quiet. And I'm like, I don't know if there's going to be, and he was very, it was funny because he was, as we're driving, I heard something rattle. I'm like, Bob, I'm not buying it. Like,
wow.
If there's a noise, I'm not buying it. So you better fix it now. Like it became a thing. So and honestly, I really, I was in love with the outdoor eating area on the Transit. I really like the extra fridge outside. I like the whole idea because I do a lot of things outside and I thought that was cool. But one of my biggest complaints, and I'm not yours, but this is one of mine, is ground clearance. And that one just did not have, just straight out the box, no modifications. I was looking at about 6, maybe 7 inches of ground clearance with that, maybe. And I had already had that problem before, and I'm like, I'm not going there because I knew no matter what, the add-ons. Now you can add on anything and make it the way you want, but it is a significant amount of money to buy these things.
Yes. Yep. You know, you kind of spoke to something right there with the ground clearance. I mean, obviously there are some suspension upgrades. You can play with the tires, etc. on the Transit EKKO. It increased that, if you will, but it doesn't have the same, let's call it aftermarket support, if you will, and given the chassis and the drivetrain that the Sprinter has. And so later on, that'll tell you more about why I'm in this vehicle based on, I would say, what our needs are. But yeah, no, you're correct. But outdoor kitchen, that was,
I'm missing that.
Yeah, we missed that.
So
I've got an idea for one, though.
Okay.
Coming soon.
Wait, competition. He's throwing it down.
Yeah.
Hold on. So we moved from the Transit. So the reason why we moved from the Transit to the Sprinter was what?
Just how much we could do to it.
Yeah, and we'll have to do with options.
Much, potential and.
Well, and then one of the other things is when we heard that they were coming out with that Sprinter chassis, and we ended up shooting the lifestyle video for EKKOnesters. So opportunity to go to Primeville.
Fell in love with it
there. We got to go on to some OHV land, and the film crew, Chest Fight and DKY and those guys, they were awesome. When they had us, they got to be familiar with us in our I'm going to say our abilities to kind of venture off the beaten path more comfortably, just style. We went to some territory with the stock Sprinter.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And fantastically loved it and said, you know what, we're going back. And so right when the opportunity arose, and a lot of folks were saying, I knew you were going to do it. It was just a matter of time. Folks that
it all had to align.
Yeah,
did very well.
Yeah, it's a thing. I will tell you. So really quick. So my quick story was, like I said, I tried the Sprinter. I was made that whole complaint about, and if there's noise, I'm not doing it. And then within 3 or 4 days, I was learning more and more about from the Transit to the Sprinter. And I thought, you know what? I think the Sprinter is going to meet my needs better for a lot of different reasons. You know, talk about ground clearance for one, space for another. I travel with a dog, which might as well be a very large man. She's really big. So, you know, we done it before, but I call it the most expensive dog house on wheels. So, you know, it's all about Rosie.
Oil.
All about Rosie. She's going to be comfortable. So, we looked at some things, and I really enjoyed. I really, really, really love the Sprinter chassis. So,
Yeah.
to me, it just wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a no-brainer. But I know I put out a video not too long ago about my first 6 months because I put on over 10,000 miles on this thing. I've been rocking it. I mean, I've done I don't know how many states. I've been everywhere in this, trying to break it because my goal is break it. Figure out what the pain point, so you know what you're going to do. So I've been to 4 different Mercedes service stations already, learned a lot from a lot of these techs. Cause I think you look at 2 different things. You look at the coach and you look at the chassis. So I had some pretty solid information from the Winnebago side, but the Mercedes was still a little new to me and it was a learning curve. Mm-hmm. It really was, because I hadn't not had a Sprinter before. I'd had everything else but a Sprinter. So this is my first Sprinter. Big change.
Yeah.
Change. Okay, we've got a question from our audience. What kind of gas mileage do you get in the highway, city, and the mountains?
Well, for us, I'm kind of a stickler, if you will. I tend to want to play. I'm a nerd when it comes to that. So that's a great question. And so if we're cruising around the city, so to speak, and I'm doing what I need to be doing the way I want to do it, it's 12, 12.1, 12.3. You can be as low as 8.9, 9.9, depending on how much stop and go. When you're getting more off that and you're on the highway, depending on where you keep your RPMs, I'm a big RPM watcher on that, and you gauge it. You can play with cruise control, etc. I've got plenty of documentation, hundreds of miles at 15.1, 15.7.
He's always having me get this.
Yeah, but then when we get into the mountain terrain, because it changes so much, it will be between 8 and 12. But again, it's a matter of how heavy your foot is, and then also RPMs. I found that RPMs have to do a lot with how you're going to find that. So just count on 12 to 15 on average. I've gotten a lot better than that, but I don't really want to tell you, oh, hey, buddy, everybody, here's what's going to happen. And then all of a sudden you hold me accountable. But if you ride with me, I can teach you.
There you go. I can tell you from my experience in the Southeast, I'm getting about 16. And 16 is, I've got very gentle hills, not huge steep mountains, not big inclines, but 16 is sort of my average for the whole area. I think when I was in the Smokies, more closer to 13, 14 in general, but pretty good. And it's diesel. So just to let you know, gas mileage, it's diesel. So give you guys a heads up on that one too. It does make it. The size and the weight
is pretty decent. I mean, that's very, very good. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Big deal. Okay. Let's see. We've got another question. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, Tina just got a 93 Dodge Road Trek. Oh, very good. Congratulations, Tina. Very exciting about that. And Tim also has a dog named Duke, and Duke essentially just owns the house. He just rents from them. So.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. He's got a Class C. Oops, here you go. He's got a Class C motorhome, 28 footer. I'm sorry, 28 footer, and gets about 9 to 10 on the highway. Yeah, it's a nice Class C. I've seen his RV. It's a really nice big rig. I love it. Very cool. That'll go down at about 4 miles per hour, 4 miles per gallon in Colorado. I know.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Stay on it about that time. No.
Yep. Okay. Brian's on. Brian gets about 16 miles per gallon as well.
Brian.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian. We know Brian. What up,
Brian?
boss?
Hey.
Yes.
And our friend Thrifty Angela just came on. Hey, Thrifty Angela, thanks for being here. So these are great questions. These are things that people want to know. I mean, burning minds. We want to know all the good stuff. So what has surprised you the most going from the Transit to the Sprinter?
So you could take surprise in meaning like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect that, or oh my gosh, this is really cool.
Or it's not cool.
So for me, I'm going to go with the positive side of the surprise. Because the big surprise was you adjust to the horsepower difference. You're climbing the Grapevine. Yeah. Good luck, 50, 55.
It's not as peppy.
On a good day. But if you're in the Transit EKKO, I want to tell you how fast, but let's just say you can do what you need to do. I hit 85 that quick, and she had a whole lot more in her in the Transit version. But in the Sprinter EKKO, once you've adjusted that, but the reality is you really aren't going fast anywhere. And if you are, I don't know why. I mean, take the sights in. They're big rigs. Be comfortable with the speed limit or less. I tend to try to go about 5 miles underneath the speed limit.
Yeah.
And that's just me being a nerd with the gas mileage again. So.
That's okay. All right, Michelle, anything for you? Anything that surprised you?
Surprised how much I miss my outdoor kitchen. Just having that cooler out there and whatnot. But everything's been really amazing, and I'm maybe a little more surprised how much I love this area. We really use it. I didn't know I didn't know how much I missed it when I had the transit. Now that I have this space for having people in here and entertaining, so
Yeah, we've had quite a few people.
yeah, we've really surprised how much.
Hosted small parties.
Well, okay, so let's talk about the interior for a second, because we always talk about the exterior and all the gears and gadgets and stuff. The interior of this was really there were two things I was looking for. One was I don't say entertaining, but I wanted some space to move around. I do a lot of work on the computer. I'm sure you guys do too. I needed that desk area, but I didn't want it to be too crazy. The table's nice on rainy days. You can come in, you can play spades and euchre and poker with friends. I mean, it really gave you a nice big area. And as much as I love my added on Van Up shades, like the nice window coverings, I actually liked it when I don't have them on the front windows, because I find that to be my money shot. I find that front whole area, I'm always parked in really amazing places. So I want to be able to see that as well sometimes. So I'm a little jealous. A buddy of mine has a rig where his dining area is in the back, and he's surrounded by windows. So he's got this great view. And that's what I liked about the EKKO, that great view that I could, really cool.
I would agree. Yeah. No, it is a great space. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's some questions here. Brian says, still liking that Inhabit design drawer system?
Absolutely.
Love it.
Love it. We actually used it just this
use it every time.
Past trip. Some friends of ours got kind of jealous of it, and they plan on getting one made for their rig, which they don't even have one yet for, but they plan on contacting them.
And he was right. Every time after we have a little party or some people over, I'm counting on my forks and spoons, because usually I didn't really care prior, but now I'm like, do I have all of them?
Because some of our friends say they're going to steal some of the stuff.
So I'm like, hey, but no,
Well,
we love it.
So for people who don't know what that is, let me just start by saying it's a drawer insert and has specific, every little piece has a little spot. It's like a cushy thing for your drawer, just to give you a little idea what it is. They're not cheap. This is not an inexpensive organizing system. However, it's really cool. And I don't blame you. I think they're really neat. I like them too.
The quality there is phenomenal, especially the knife system. So
we're loving it, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. Yay. So but I'm just saying, if anyone wanted to throw one my way for Christmas, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, you'd accept.
That's one thing I don't have yet. Yeah.
It's
be fun.
Oh, you'll love it.
Okay, let's talk about some newbie advice, because we've got some people who are new to RVing in general, just a whole new thing. And you guys do a lot of boondocking. I do some. East Coast is a little different. It's very hard to boondock, more mooch docking, more harvest hosts and curb and turf and boondockers welcome and all those other kind of things. If you're brand new to RVing and you decide to go get an EKKO, what should they know?
Right. You want to start? You want me to start? How do you want to?
No, go for it.
No,
I feel like you have something.
Well, I do. No. So one of the things is be patient with yourself, and depending what dealer you go to when you're doing that first initial walkthrough, take out your camera, video what's happening, because that's going to be a good reference point. Like, hey, how did we do this, that, and the other? And understand that a large percentage of the time it's human error. And if you take a deep breath, or you go into some of the Facebook platforms, forums, there's a lot of folks out there that
help you.
That want to help you, love helping you. And know too that you got an earthquake on wheels, and something potentially is going to rattle loose, do something a little different. And if you offer a little forgiveness and just accept that's part of the adventure, it's great. If you go in just thinking everything in life's perfect and forget there's a whole bunch of humans running around trying to figure this out and put it all together,
then you don't know, till you're out there. So you just got to get out there,
test things, find and then again, just be comfortable with knowing that every now and then, if there's something quirky, but most of the time it's human error. Most of we get something on a heating question, somebody just forgot to re-push the button in twice, and human error. So
sounds easy,
but
I like it's a thing. It's a thing, and I think people forget that there's a community out there, whether it be online or people you meet like this. A lot of people are willing to help. That's the one thing specifically in the RV community. If you need help learning about your cassette toilet, or you need help doing something else, a lot of people just say, hey, can I assist you with that? Or, here's how I messed up. Let's hope that you don't do the same, something like that. So a lot of people, you can just ask questions.
Well, Charlie, there's one thing you just said, cassette toilets. Awesome. We love them. Just remember one thing. If partner A goes outside to pull cassette toilet out, partner B should make sure cassette toilet is either in place or not in place, because there's nothing there.
You forgot to turn it.
No, let's just leave it at that. So make sure you're aware that somebody has pulled the cassette.
Somebody has to close it.
You decide to do what you need to do. Or if you see a whole lot of light down there in that hole, it means something's missing.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, hey, when you gotta go, dude. I get it. That's awesome.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh. You don't know what you don't know till you know. That's Johnny's motto. It's true. You know, you don't know what you don't know. And I like the idea of, that's right. Happens to the best of us. Yeah. Happens to the best of us. I love this. Well, that's good. Yeah, they're all talking about this. We've all been there. I think I did in 2023, I did a Stinky Slinky comedy tour, because that's the one thing every RVer will talk about that you would never talk about mixed company is poop or just sewage. Oh my God. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing how people go into that. That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, we are almost at the time. I've got one more question, then we're going to do a giveaway. So for everyone online, hold tight. We're going to do a giveaway. But I want to know right now, what has been your favorite destination you guys have gone to in your EKKO?
I think we're going to agree. You spit it out.
Yeah, the Sprinter out overland trip.
SOT, Sprinter overland trip.
Yeah. The views and the adventure and the.
Yeah, Brian Lau, Cody, Lunchbox was there.
Yeah.
We did a video on it, shared some information on it.
Yeah,
but if you connect
that one's at the top right now.
You can connect with that team, that group. They have different adventures they go on. They're gauged based on what your comfort levels are, but you're with some of the most amazing people that are very familiar with all kinds of things. They've got such diverse backgrounds. You couldn't feel more safe in a better place. But the territory was amazing.
Yeah, Nevada desert.
Yeah, the Humboldt forest area of Nevada, and it was amazing. Yes.
So real quick, how do people find that event or find that group?
Sprinter Overland.
Yeah, Sprinter Overland trip. But what's Cody's?
Expedition. I could put it.
You know what we'll do? We'll give you the information and put in the link. But if you go to Shadowmark website or More Van Over. And you reach out to Brian Lau, LAU, he can get you the information, and Cody. But or if you want to look at our video on YouTube.
They were thinking, more Spreckos might enjoy that.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. Spreckos unite.
Woohoo! No, it's pretty awesome.
You would have a pass.
You really would.
That'd be a lot of fun. So I just want to say this right now, because a lot of people get confused, and for a lot of people who just joined, the Winnebago EKKO has two models. One's on a Transit and one's on a Mercedes. So we currently have the Mercedes chassis, which is great, and the Transit chassis is great too. Just different needs, different way you want to travel and what you do. So I don't like to say one's better than the other. They're just different.
Yeah.
So depending on where you want to travel and different interior plan, one's larger than the other. If you are a bigger person, such as myself, because I'm huge, and you need a lot of space. What you may not know is my son is 6'7", 330 pounds of love.
Holy macro, 6'7".
Right? Yeah, and my daughter's 6'1". So I come from my kids are huge, except for one little mini guy.
One little mini guy. The mini guy. Okay.
A little mini guy. But yeah, so this was really great when I could have him in my rig and he could stand up, and it wasn't a problem. Mm-hmm. So that to me was huge.
No,
it's a thing.
7
Yeah.
He's a big guy. He's a big guy. And you'd never know we're related. He has a big red ginger beard. You just never, no idea. So,
yeah, no clue, right? No clue.
He gets it honestly. That's all I gotta say. He gets it honestly. She double said, I didn't know they had a Ford Virgin. Yes, they do. Absolutely. And welcome. Yep. I'm glad you're here. This is always fun. Broken Nomad said they came out with a 4-wheel drive model as opposed to an all-wheel drive model. Oh, if they did, he'd consider one. So Broken Nomad's working on a Chevy van right now. And he really, really wanted the 4-wheel drive. And he's really, gung-ho on going out west. So that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, guys, I think it's that time. Oh, you know what that means. I think it is time that we do a giveaway. And you guys get to pick a word that our audience gets to type in the chat Always a good time. And I'm guessing it's got to be EKKO, but it could be anything. So hold on a second. Let's do this. Okay, guys, here we go. We need a word. Any word you can think of.
Us right now.
Right now, pick one.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty. Dirty Dolly. I get it. Okay. We're going to collect. Now tell us why we're collecting the word dirty. And guys, I know my amazing audience. I just got to say this right now. It's the word dirty, just the way it's spelled.
Dirty.
They will come up with rhymes. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. Okay. So how did you come up with, now you named your rig Dirty Dolly. Why?
Go for it.
Just wanted to get her dirty. I love Dolly Parton. Just
Matter of
cute.
fact, Dolly Parton cups right here.
Thanks, Shauna.
Thanks, Shauna.
Rome rest.
Rome rest.
Anyway,
Shauna.
yeah. So it was hard to beat Bad Betty,
Yeah, Bad Betty was the transit.
but now Dirty Dolly's flowing. So yeah.
Well, you know, in the South, it's father son Dolly Parton. I mean, it's a thing. It's a big deal. She walks on water where I live. She is like the most amazing human being.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Can't say enough wonderful things about Dolly Parton. That's all I gotta say. She is rocking it. Okay, so let's see. We got a few, and we got a flirty. No, guys, I knew you were gonna do this to me. Blurty. I got that. Dirty. There's a couple blurties. I know you guys. Oh my gosh, I love this. We'll give it a couple seconds so we'll let everybody get some entries in there. If you guys want to win something fun. Last week we gave away an Amazon gift card, which we might do again. I'm just saying. We've been doing some fun things off our Amazon wish lists and giving away everything from Yoling Pickles to Susie Koozies. Are you familiar with a Susie Koozie or a Susie Mitt?
No, I am not.
Oh, you might need one. We may have to get one of those for you guys. I'll show you what it looks like a little later. They're pretty darn awesome. They are mitts that connect that you can put a drink in. So your hands are together so they don't get cold. They're fantastic. I can't tell you how many I've given away for Christmas gifts over the years that people just love those things. Oh, Johnny Light, you just got here just in time, buddy. We're doing a giveaway. Perfect timing. Throw your name in the hat. Write the word dirty in the chat, and we're gonna spin the wheel here in a second. Let everybody get here. So Johnny Lightning, no, Blurty. I love this. Churty. No, you guys are killing me. Look at this. Look at this. All right, let's roll the dice here. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see who's gonna win. Who's gonna win? No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. It is the Broken Nomad. Good for you, man. Congratulations. Yay. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know the deal, guys. Hold on. Okay, so here's the deal. You have to email me, preferably tonight, contact@charliegraceadventures.com and send me an address so I can send you your lovely little prize. And it's going to be something fun and special because it's the holiday season. So, yeah, and I know what you're building. So, I'm just saying, we'll see how that goes. If you don't know, some of you guys who've been following me along on socials know that I've just changed my branding for 2025. So you might be getting new hats this year, among other things. So watch out, buddy. It's coming your way.
There you go.
Fun. I love that. I love when people get
awesome.
to you. Congratulations. It's like, congratulations. Yay. Woohoo. Always a good time. If I don't get your email sent out tonight, my prize automatically goes to me, right? Haha. Yeah. Yes. You have 10 days. 10 days, dude. On 10 days. After that, it goes back in the pot and someone else. And Tim's like, yeehaw, watch out. I know everybody wants when they win, they know they win. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so we've been talking about your stuff, but you know what? It's time for that special. We got to talk about all the behind the scenes stuff, all the real nerdy, nitty gritty things that people want to know about, because we were talking about outdoor camping and cooking. But I have to go to a lot of potlucks all the time. What have you guys cooked in your rig yet? Or what's your favorite potluck dish?
We cook outside a lot in the trail fire. So,
the trail fire grills are go-to for just about everything.
Yeah.
Every now and then, just recently we used the indoor induction oven.
Yeah.
But usually I like to bring short ribs, and I do different sauce. I'll bring them up about 3 different levels of heat. I'm more of a ghost pepper habanero guy. Veggies, rice dishes, stews, but I like to just bring the meat.
I'm kind of just a charcuterie.
Oh, she's a big charcuterie board maker. Yes.
Me too.
I can do that.
Yeah. I can bring the napkins and the charcuterie.
You said we gave you like kind of
Yes. Very simple. Actually, I can also make a fantastic snackle box. Have you seen those tackle boxes where they have different tiers?
Those are cool. Yeah.
You can do a charcuterie snackle box. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Heck yeah.
I'm getting her set up. We got this covered, girl. No problem. We can
Right.
prosciutto, little olives, little nuts, little chocolate, little this, little cheese.
What about worms?
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna play a fun game, and we want all our audience members who are on Facebook and YouTube. You can play along at home. Just all you gotta do is write in the comment of which one you like, and we're gonna play a game that I love and everybody else loves. It's called This or That, and we love This or That. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to put 2 words on the screen, and we're going to decide which one you want, this or that, and then we'll see what the audience members pick too, which is always fun. So here we go. Always a good time. It's like the match game, only more fun. Okay, we'll start slow, a little simple on you. Not too heavy, I promise. Nothing's too embarrassing. Earbuds or headphones?
Earbuds.
Really? Okay, why? I want to know now.
I don't like the cords.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Oh, when I do walk through your
Yep. I'd rather just hear done, Bluetooth, the cord thing. No, I'm a fidgety guy. I'd probably choke myself.
There were earbuds with the cords. I mean, that's sort of how it was. Remember? Actually, I got it wrapped around my steering wheel all the time. Ooh, that was scary. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, mine would be around my neck. So
yeah, my kids are into headphones. I have a problem because it looks like I wear a headband. Then I've got like headphone hair all day, and they look. Yeah, I'm okay with hat head, but headphone head that's a whole nother level.
Thanks.
I know it's such a first world girl problem. I hate to even say it out loud. Okay, so headphones for Johnny, earbuds for She Devil, headphone for Brian. Stella says headphones. This is good. Timmy says headphones, Bluetooth headphones though, not corded. Good call, Thrifty. See, we got this. Then we're talking wireless headphones. See, you gotta be specific. You gotta think about these things. Yeah. Earbuds hurt my ears. I can think of other things that hurt my ears, but some of them do. Some of it depends on which ones you get. Which kind of earbuds do you guys like?
I have the Apple ones, but I might play around with the. I just went blank on the brand. It doesn't really matter, but there's another brand out there. But I've got the earbuds. Yeah. Well,
some people like them where it's like it's bone conductive. It's not even in your ears. It wraps around your ear, but it touches your skin. Right. That's sort of freaky and cool. Love that. Okay, Christina says earbuds. Noise cancellation headphones. Oh, what a dream. I know. CG, so not cool with hat head. Yeah, I'm not cool with hat head. I get that weird ring. It's just, if I'm putting on a hat, it's a hat for the day. Doesn't come off till I go to bed. That's how that works.
I always have it.
It's a thing. Yeah. Okay, let's try another one. Here we go. All right, let's try another. Okay, early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Oh, that's
we're kind of opposite.
Yeah, I'm kind of an early bird.
But I can't go to sleep before 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yep. Early bird.
Then you wake me up. So it's like a horrible thing. But yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I'm an early bird myself, whether I like it or not. My dog will wake me up and like, it's time to go. Let's go. 5:30. If I'm not awake by 5:30, I've got heck to pay. So I used to do both. I used to be early and night, just not good during the day.
Right. Yeah. No, I have my late nights and my early days.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Brian's early. This is all good. So you know who to camp with, guys. To camp beside. So you know this is why we do this, right?
Brian.
There you go. Tina's early. Johnny's a night owl. She Devil's a night owl. Stella's an early bird. Tim's a night owl. Deborah's night owl. Oh, okay, Angela, night owl for sure, but I'm still up no later than 6. Well, yeah, I get it. You've got kids. This is what happens. Christina's an early bird. Deborah's like, it's a mom thing. I know you sort of get trained and you do this. Night owl for going on 55 plus years, not counting forced early mornings by Uncle Sam. Gotta love that. Understood. Good one, guys. Okay, here we go. This is another controversial one. Books or movies?
Movies. No books. I don't know.
Movies. I like movies.
I'm gonna say movies. I was trying to be cool and say books, but it's movies.
Yeah.
I will admit to having 3 books in my RV that I've never read for 3 years. I keep them
I buy
just in case. I'm like, just in case, like I don't have electricity, I can't get Netflix. I've got something to read, but they're still there.
Yeah,
hasn't happened.
Yeah, it hasn't happened.
Doesn't happen. Never. Now I will do books on tape. I do audiobooks. I do when I'm driving. Like that's great. I can do that. That's a cool thing. I like that. And then the movie thing. I haven't been to a movie theater probably 10 years, maybe.
Really?
It's been a long time. I know. It's crazy. I like movies. Don't get me wrong. If I have 2.5 hours to do something, it's normally not a movie.
It's not in the movie theater, huh?
Yeah, I love it, but I normally don't go. And I got invited this past weekend to go see Wicked and other things. I'm like, no, sorry. I went to go play with horses instead. And Deborah's like ebooks now. Don't forget about the ebooks. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. I knew Thrifty Angela. She's like, I love reading, but I love vegging out to a good movie too. Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. Yep.
It's the way to do it. I know. It's fun. All right. Gotcha beat. I've seen one movie since Titanic. See? There's someone else out there like that. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
We just saw that movie with The Rock. The Red. Was it Mr.
Oh, Red.
Red?
No, Red.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Santa Claus movie.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I mean, I love it. There's lots of really good books out there. And I just, like I said, I normally get them on tape when I'm doing it. Okay. I just went to my favorite place this weekend. And I'm not going to say what I got, but are you a pancake or a waffle person?
Waffles.
I'm pancakes.
Really?
I love
Okay.
pancakes,
I'm a waffle person. I like putting the blueberries in all the little holes.
Oh.
It's like a fluffy pancake.
Oh. Yeah, I'm more waffles.
Yeah.
I like the texture of the waffles.
I do too. It's a texture thing. It's totally a texture thing. Pancake. Honestly, I just look at this as I might as well be eating cake. You know, I might as well have chocolate cake because it's just flour and what. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. And I'm into waffle cones too. It's for ice cream. Waffle cones are good. Ooh. Yeah. Pancakes. Here we go. Waffles, flapjacks and waffles with coffee. Don't forget the coffee. Coffee. Love this. I'm telling you, I have the best participants on live streams. They are so much fun. And every week we get different people. Love these guys. Okay, a couple more. We're not going to go too crazy. But since we're on the breakfast area, let's talk sausage or bacon. Ooh.
Bacon.
Okay, now I like bacon too, but I like it really crispy. How do you like your bacon?
Yeah.
Very crispy.
Crispy. Are you a put it on a skillet? Are you a baking bacon person? Are you a deep fry bacon person?
Skillet greasy bacon.
Yeah, skillet greasy. I do it on the
I just put all the eggs in the grease.
But I used to walk on that trail fire, and that's where I do my bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just what
I love bacon and bacon grease. I keep it all. I mean, I make the eggs and the bacon grease, and I'm a Southern gal. We know how to cook a pig. We can just go to town. So, green beans and bacon grease, everything. Yeah, there's my heart is just squeaking every moment of my life. Bless it.
Oh yeah. Don't tell my cardiologist.
Deborah says she likes her bacon crispy too, which is fun. Susan says she likes sausage. Oh, good. There you go. That's right. The Broken Nomad. He can make a flapjack in the Ninja Foodie now.
Oh,
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And Johnny's like, you are a Southern gal for sure. He knows. If you ever go camping with me and I start cooking, watch out with that bacon. Oh my gosh. I might have to get a trail fire. Oh yeah.
You should.
Those are nice. They are nice. Really cool. Really cool. Okay. Speaking of cooking though, would you rather cook or dine out?
I'm a cooking guy.
I'd rather dine out. It just depends, maybe. I like dining out. I don't. I mean, he cooks. I cook.
Why don't we be
I
honest?
cooked for a million years with all the boys and everything.
Michelle loves to bake. She can bake
I can
anything,
bake.
but she doesn't want to cook. Me, I
I mean,
love
I
to
will.
cook.
I do.
So
But yeah, you got that trail fire down. So
yeah.
For me, it's a question of timing. You know, it's more like, 3:00 in the afternoon rolls around and I panic and go, oh my gosh, what am I cooking? Or dining out's just easier. Just, they've got those little dice that you roll and it decides what you're going to have, whether it's Mexican, American, Italian, something like that. I'm down with that. I'm pretty easy.
Yeah. We have trouble making those decisions. We need dice.
Yeah, we need dice.
Yeah. Do you need the dice? Put them in my Amazon storefront. Let me tell you what, for a reason, because they are our marriage saver.
There you go. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, dine out. I cook on necessity. That's right. I know. I love dining out. I think it's fun. But, I just like trying new foods. I think that's the other thing. So this is true. Cook on my own and dining out with friends. I would like to try other people's dishes. Really love ethnic foods. I like Ethiopian's one of my favorite ethnic foods. You ever had it?
Oh,
Yeah,
I agree. Yep.
Absorb
Yep.
in the bread. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool. You guys are into this dining out. Stell's like, cook. Yeah, this is great. Well, we know who to invite to go camping. All the ones who want to cook. See,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get this going.
using the noodle. If they only knew we're using all this information just for that.
Right.
You guys are awesome. I love this. Well, let's get back real quick. Oh my gosh, the day, it just goes by so fast. You hang out with friends and you're talking, and next thing you know, that show's almost done. I want to know from you all, what is next for the EKKOnesters?
What is next?
In respect to the vehicle or travel or both?
Everything.
This for the winter, we're just kind of staying in the Northwest, just enjoying our mountains and this area, but we don't have any big plans.
No real
travel wise.
Big plans. There's a couple of things. There's something that's coming up in March. We definitely want to find ourselves hitting Baja. We're pretty equipped now. I feel pretty comfortable on whatever roads we'll hit. We've obviously got good recovery gear on here: C-tune bumper, skid plate, King shock suspension, super single.
So we're Baja ready.
So we're ready for Baja, Mexico. We've been invited a few times. Schedule just doesn't align with it. A lot of folks think that's an interesting thing because a lot of folks think we're full time, and we're not. I just say we're just having a good time, but we have real jobs.
Remodeling business.
like a contractor. So, but
this is the fun stuff.
Yeah, but travel wise, just hit and miss. We've got some things possibly coming, and then the Winnebago meet. We definitely want to try to do that this year.
Camp Winnebago. That's in July, right?
If you're coming, I'm just saying. I was the head of row last year. I would love to see y'all.
Oh yeah, I know. Maybe hopefully we can meet up before that, but that's on our list.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But on the vehicle, we've got some other plans for some other modifications coming up, working with some folks on. So hopefully here in the next month or two, there'll be some more goodies coming. So
awesome. Very cool. I do have a question, and I want people to know what this is. He was talking about super singles. Super singles in the back, these normally come with dualies, and you guys upgrade your suspension, put in the singles. Why would someone who's doesn't understand this, why would someone want to have super singles?
So that's a great question, Charlie, and it's debated both ways. When you have the dually, let's say you're kind of getting off the beaten path, and maybe you're going to get on a gravelly, rocky road. There is that possibility of getting a rock trap between the two dualies. It doesn't happen that often, but it does. The other reason that I'm not a big dually fan, there's part of a misconception. If you have the right tire and wheel package, so Rika, who makes the wheel, and we happen to run a Toyo, there's other brands out there. There's Wild Peak, there's Vulcan, whatever. But if you have the right combination, you're not going to have an issue with the stability, and you're not going to miss the dually. But with what I found is I always feared getting that flat tire on the inside tire, and just all the mechanics of changing the dually. But again, I love the super single. When we were rallying with SOT, the Sprinter Overland trip, we were the only EKKO there. We were the biggest rig there. The only RV there. Everybody else was vans, and they were shocked and surprised. We covered every territory with them. The confidence really came, I feel, between the King suspension, the D-release springs, just what we had for a suspension, but that super single beam back there and the big Toyo tires.
Didn't it have to do with the shocks too? You could add bigger. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. We have the King shocks package. We got the 3.0s in the rear, exclusive Shadow Mark. We've got the auxiliary fronts and the coilover Kings for the front. But anyways, long story short, we really rallied this. We got some more footage coming later that was shot by professionals, and I think it's going to really speak to what this vehicle is capable of when you decide to take it to the next level with upgrades. So
that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see
you
this.
Hit me with
Sorry, it's a good one. It's a good question. Wait, and we've got a question real quick. I know the EKKO is all-wheel drive. Have you ever noticed tires slipping in muddy conditions?
No. So yes and no. I intentionally cooking or just kind of drift.
Oh, that's on purpose.
Yeah, I intentionally drifted her, but I would say that we haven't had any issues with that. And I'll disable some things and I'll go in the dyno mode, so our control taken out of I'm gonna call it the electronic the ESP mode, for lack of a better word.
And we've been in all kinds of
roads,
we just wet ice.
Yeah, just about everything.
Dirt,
no, not so far.
We have
so
yeah, we're crossing our fingers. This is something I will say. Although I know how to drive in the snow and ice, not my favorite thing to do. I like to avoid snow. We call it the devil's dandruff where I come from. There's lots of things. I know this is a 4-season RV, but I've been tossing up the super single idea myself because I have had I've had to go through 2 flat tires already, which is very scary on the road by yourself, trying to figure out what to do. And I found out that it was user error. It was my fault because I didn't have metal valve stems, because I put an add-on to the valve stems, and that rubberized, actually the friction behind that is what caused it to go bad. I didn't know it until the second one. I'm like, oh, I get it now. But I'd like to do a lot more overlanding. I'm used to driving and I know how to drive. I think Broken Nomad said also knowing how to drive off-road makes a huge difference as well. It does.
You're right, Broken Nomad.
You don't know to get out there too. So
yeah. And everyone wants to know, where did you get your suspension upgrade?
So we do a lot of business with C-Tune Off-Road out of California. That's where we started. And then Brian Lau, who owns Shadow Mark, he's the one who developed the 3.0 rear Kings. I developed and worked with King directly, and also worked with King on the front auxiliary. And so we go to Shadow Mark, C-Tune, and then recently we had some work done here in Oregon and Scappoose, Pat Overland. Outstanding people, very knowledgeable.
All 3 of those have been phenomenal.
So, and a lot of these guys get out there and they get involved in this. They don't just throw parts on. They go off road. They play with stuff. They're like me. They try to break it. Well, like you said earlier, Charlie, you want to try to break something. So there you go. Yeah. So
our setup, I'm in love with. So.
Yeah.
It drives.
I think it's
solid.
It's when you feel like it's solid. Right. When you feel like it's solid, you can go anywhere and do anything. You don't have to worry about it.
No, I feel it's perfect right now.
You know those suspension upgrades too. They do take out a lot of the body roll and sway, which typically you would attribute to an anti-sway bar. But given the platform that we have and the suspension upgrades, that was one of the first things Michelle noticed is we're coming in and out of freeway on ramps. Where it says 35, 40, and you're kind of going. You got this big top heavy rig. You got the right suspension set up, especially with the Kings. Yeah, she's stable. She lays flat in the corners. You find yourself probably exceeding the speed limit.
Big rig.
Yeah. We feel like a little mini earth roamer.
I'm very confident driving it.
I love earth roamers. I know. And I do want to say, just out of the box, straight out of the box, as a Winnebago EKKO, one of the things I was a little worried about, because it was really, I felt like I was on a boat. From a suspension point, it was very rocky, very this, very that. So depending on how you like it and what you're going to do with it, there's absolutely nothing with it straight off the line. I need to say that. That's number one. So depending on how you want to do it and what you want to do. I will be going, I mentioned this earlier, I will be going to Freedom Van Gogh in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm looking to probably do some major energy and electrical upgrades, which is exciting for me. We'll talk about that later. I talked about getting a larger fuel tank. That's something that I'm seriously considering with skid plates and whatever. Yeah, there's certain things that just depends on how you drive. And I'm not a quote unquote full time. I say I'm an any timer. So I can go.
There you go.
I'm an any timer.
You hit a key point there, Charlie. With these rigs or even transit, is when you said skid plate. That's something that people should probably know is whether you have an EKKO or not. We're talking about the platform, the Sprinter chassis. underneath the front of there, they call them gators. Anybody know what a gator is? Not an alligator, but a gator. Big chunk of tire or retread sitting on the side of the road, the freeway. You catch one of those in the big spec cast aluminum oil lens exposed engineers thing. So we almost lost our last Sprinter to a gator.
I hit it.
And so we definitely threw the C82 and skid plate on here, but we had one on our Transit as well. But great call on that, Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things I would recommend, just basic things, but that's okay. I don't want to deter anyone from just getting one out of the box. Like I say, I think it's something you get.
They do everything. Yep.
And we mentioned that earlier when we did the Winnebago commercial, when we did the OHV land, stock platform, nothing modified, brand new rig, right out the gate, crazy comfortable. Yeah. And I think Nomad said it earlier. It's your comfort level and getting used to driving off road. I think it was Nomad who said that earlier, right? The gentleman.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. I think when I looked at my born, there's a way you can find your born on date. I call it when the day it came off the line. I have I think it's one of the first 25, one of the first 50 off the line. So I don't have the side lights. I have the regular back door. I have a lot of things that a lot of people don't have right now. They've upgraded and changed. As things that we have gone through, which is always good. And I like that how you can, develop and keep modifying and make it even better. So I can't wait to go to the Tampa RV show in January to see if they made any more modifications and see what's coming out.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool. Well, thanks so much for being here, guys. I'm going to give you the final word. Is there anything before I put you down in the basement? By the way, there's milk and cookies. Stay down there and I'll be with you.
Thanks for having us. It's been awesome. And to all your guests out there, we really appreciate it there. And just get out there, adventure, and give yourself a chance to go have some fun. Might take you somewhere.
Awesome. Great advice. Okay, hold in the basement. I'll be with you all in a second. I just want to say thank you so much. These guys have been awesome. These guys have been awesome. I really appreciate them. It's nice. It's nice to have other, I call them EKKO twins out there. People have EKKOs. We can talk about these things. There are specific events. You can go to the Winnebago page. You can see things specifically for Winnebago EKKOs. I know there will be one in Florida going on during the Tampa RV show. They're going to be doing a volunteer and then boondocking there. There's also one in Arizona, I believe in November they go and do some things, but there's other groups you can join, just like they said, you can be the one or two EKKOs in a sea full of van lifers and just sort of spread the word and let people know that there's lots of options out there. So just remember, everybody have a fantastic week and every day's an adventure and let's go.